Hey everyone, hope you all are doing well in this crazy ass energies that we are in right now, post the eclipse of March 29th. It's been a lot of planets hanging around in Pisces. That's what's creating all this ups and downs that we are experiencing right now. Anyway, I wanted to personally touch base with all my listeners. I'll be doing some series of voice notes like this going forth so that there is a more personal touch to the podcast. Otherwise, it's just AI based podcast with a packed learning system. You see, there's a lot of depth and breadth of knowledge which is being shared. I'm making it with the help of artificial intelligence and voice notes. Um, the reason being it can pack in more knowledge, although I have to, kind of see each and every draft of what it's cooking up because as much as we like to dream of that artificial intelligence is the new heaven on earth or something like that, it isn't. It needs to be polished a lot. It makes a lot of errors, more errors than we choose to, at least at the moment. So I have reviewed all the drafts, just so you know. It's not like it is blindly published using artificial intelligence and a voiceover. So just pay attention, take notes, and I hope the learning is beneficial to you guys, whoever is listening, whoever is learning from these podcasts. Okay, so this particular voice note is about the Panchanga system. Now, this channel, as you might have realized, is more focused on the self and how the self is embodied in the human personality. And therefore, I'm taking a modern psychological approach also, bridging the Myers-Briggs model and the NLP model and the four temperaments model, all kinds of model, Enneagram model. There are lots of different kinds of bridges that I have tried to build in conjunction with the Vedic astrology. That is bringing it to the zodiac, bringing it to the nakshatra specifically. Probably this is the only channel which has got the largest number of nakshatra devoted to it, but it is only from the personality aspect point of view because the soul, as much as there are so many people like to talk about soul, the soul is an abstraction. It is embodied only through the human personality. Whenever a soul has to arrive here, it has to arrive in the physical form, in a particular lineage, in a particular family, race, culture, and so on and so forth. So it is better that we use the self as embodied self within the shield or within the womb of personality itself. And that's the study and that's the effort here in this channel. So the interest of the young person who's coming and visiting this channel would be best served by understanding the personality of what drives them subconsciously, what drives them as a person, the innate drives, what you unconsciously are moving towards proactively, reactively, and so on. So I suggest when you are studying this Panchanga series, which is what this voice note is all about, I suggest when you study the personality using these podcasts of this channel, first always begin with Panchanga. Always, always, always. Because the Panchanga is the angular study of sun and moon in your chart. The main two luminaries in the astrology is sun and the moon. So we have the two cycles of the sun and moon, right? The Krishna side, which is going towards the waxing moon, the waning moon, and Shukla side, which is the waxing moon. So it goes between Amavasya and Purnima, the two cycles, 15 days of the moon cycles, ending in full moon and new moon respectively. So study the angles between sun and moon and why this is important. It is almost, well, not almost, it is distinguishing between the soul, that is your sun, and the moon, that is your mind. What is the distance, so to speak, angular distance between your mind and your soul? That is the study of Panchanga. And it starts with the Vara, as you have seen in this playlist. This whole playlist, I'm sticking this video there. The entire playlist of Panchanga, including all the case studies of celebrities to help you understand that better, how it plays out or played out in their lives, is to see which day of the week a person was born, that is the Vara, then the Tithi, Yoga, and Karana, which is the manifestation of the angles between the sun and the moon, and then finally the ascendant nakshatra. These are the five elements: the Vara, the Tithi, Yoga, Karan, and the nakshatra. Ascendant nakshatra is what I am considering for the purposes of these studies. So always study the Panchanga elements first and then move on to the nakshatra part and the other playlists. Okay. Then move on to the subconscious part. Because the Panchanga elements are, in my opinion, at least what I have seen, the most neglected part of Vedic astrology. And it's probably one of the most important guidelines because the Panchanga element as it is in your chart is for your life. It is not dependent on Mahadashas. It is not dependent on specific time periods in your life. It is throughout your life. Doesn't matter which dasha you're running or what planets are in your chart and how they are positioned. This is the Panchanga importance. So the self as personality first do the Panchanga analysis and then move on to the subconscious and the NLP and the eclectic astrology part of the channel. Okay. Make sure you do that first. Take care. Watch this entire series. I hope you take notes. I hope you learn a lot. And if you are having something which you want me to bring forth with the podcast, just put it in the community tab. Take care. Be safe.
Conscious Astrology, Integrating Yoga, Atiganda Yoga. Hi, welcome to Consciousness Podcasts. In this season, we analyze the Hindu Vedic calendar system of Panchanga with respect to consciousness principles. We continue with yoga, the quality aspect, which plays a crucial role in understanding the deeper forces shaping how we navigate life, relationships, and challenges. Today, we explore Atiganda Yoga. Let us begin. Atiganda Yoga overview. What is Atiganda Yoga? Atiganda Yoga, meaning extreme knot, represents intensity, adversity, and perseverance. Individuals born under this yoga often face life filled with obstacles, but they also possess immense determination and resilience. They are known for their ability to withstand hardships and emerge stronger. However, their journey is often marked by sudden disruptions, emotional turbulence, and the need to manage extreme highs and lows. Personality traits. Atiganda-born individuals are dynamic, strong-willed, and persistent. They are often drawn to professions involving the arts, public performance, or roles that demand resilience and the ability to handle adversity. They have a natural flair for drama, creativity, and self-expression. However, their extreme nature may lead them to oscillate between success and failure, making stability and balance key life lessons. Positive traits: determined, resilient, and courageous. Talented in creative pursuits such as music, theater, or storytelling. Strong sense of individuality and purpose. Challenges: prone to emotional extremes and impulsive behavior. May face difficulties in forming and maintaining stable relationships. Struggle with accepting failure and managing setbacks. Consciousness principles for navigating Atiganda Yoga. 1. Consciousness expands through emotional balance. Consciousness thrives when emotional intensity is balanced with calm reflection. Application: Atiganda-born individuals may become overwhelmed by their emotions, leading to impulsive reactions. Consciousness encourages them to cultivate emotional stability. Practice mindful breathing exercises during moments of emotional overwhelm. Use affirmations such as "I respond with calm, not react with intensity." Reflect on moments where calm responses led to better outcomes than impulsive ones. 2. Consciousness seeks strength and flexibility, not resistance. Consciousness finds resilience in adaptability and embraces life's unfolding rather than resisting change. Application: Atiganda individuals may resist change, seeing it as a disruption to their plans. Consciousness invites them to embrace change as an opportunity for growth. Reframe setbacks as lessons rather than failures. Practice letting go meditations to release attachment to specific outcomes. Use affirmations such as "I grow stronger by flowing with change." 3. Consciousness seeks self-expression beyond validation. Consciousness enjoys self-expression as a means of joy and creativity, not as a need for external validation. Application. Atiganda-born individuals may tie their self-worth to their success in the eyes of others. Consciousness reminds them that self-expression is valuable even without external approval. Engage in creative activities such as writing, painting, or dancing purely for self-enjoyment. Reflect on personal growth through creative expression rather than public recognition. Use affirmations such as, "My creativity is an expression of my inner joy." 4. Consciousness grows through acceptance of imperfection. Consciousness embraces imperfections as part of the growth process rather than obstacles to avoid. Application. Atiganda individuals may strive for perfection, fearing failure. Consciousness encourages them to see imperfections as necessary steps on the path to mastery. Practice journaling about lessons learned from mistakes or failures. Reframe setbacks as evidence of effort and progress. Use affirmations such as, "I learn and grow through every step, perfect or imperfect." Suggested consciousness actions to overcome Atiganda Yoga challenges. 1. Mindful pause practice. During emotionally intense moments, pause for 5 deep breaths to create a gap between stimulus and response. 2. Creative release ritual. Dedicate time to unstructured creative activities without focusing on the final result. 3. Setback reflection journal. Write down recent setbacks and the lessons or strengths gained from them. 4. Adaptability challenge. Once a week, intentionally change a routine or try a new approach to foster flexibility and openness to change. By aligning with these consciousness-aligned actions, Atiganda-born individuals can transform their intensity into a balanced approach that fosters resilience, creativity, and emotional harmony. This allows them to navigate life's extremes with grace and strength, finding success and peace in the midst of life's uncertainties. Conscious Astrology, Integrating Yoga, Dhriti Yoga. In this season, we analyze the Hindu Vedic calendar system of Panchanga with respect to consciousness principles. We continue with yoga, the quality aspect, which plays a crucial role in understanding the deeper forces shaping how we navigate life, relationships, and challenges. Today, we explore Dhriti Yoga. Let us begin. What is Dhriti Yoga? Dhriti Yoga, meaning determination, represents steadiness, patience, and the ability to persevere through challenges. Individuals born under this yoga possess exceptional problem-solving abilities and out-of-the-box thinking. They are highly resilient and known for their ability to remain calm and focused in even the most turbulent situations. However, they may sometimes feel misunderstood or stagnant, especially in the later stages of life when they yearn for a shift or new direction. Dhriti-born individuals are determined, disciplined, and resourceful. They excel in fields that require negotiation, law, teaching, counseling, and diplomacy. Their strong moral compass and patience make them trustworthy leaders and mediators. However, their unyielding nature can lead to feelings of stagnation, and they may struggle with indecisiveness or fear of change. Positive traits: patient, calm, and determined, excellent problem solvers and negotiators, steadfast in their principles and goals. Challenges: may feel stagnant or unfulfilled if progress is slow, can become overly cautious, delaying necessary changes, may feel misunderstood due to their methodical approach. Consciousness principles for navigating Dhriti Yoga. 1. Consciousness seeks strength and adaptability, not rigidity. Consciousness grows through adaptability and embraces change as an opportunity for expansion. Application. Dhriti-born individuals may cling to routines and familiar paths out of fear of uncertainty. Consciousness invites them to view change as a natural progression rather than a disruption. Reframe changes as growth opportunities rather than obstacles. Use affirmations such as, "I adapt with grace and grow with change." Practice stepping outside of comfort zones with small, manageable changes. 2. Consciousness thrives on purposeful patience, not stagnation. Consciousness values patience when it aligns with meaningful progress rather than complacency. Application. Dhriti individuals may feel stuck when their patience turns into stagnation. Consciousness encourages them to distinguish between mindful patience and passive waiting. Reflect on long-term goals and assess whether actions align with them. Use journaling prompts to identify areas where proactive steps can be taken. Use affirmations such as, I wait with purpose and act with intention. 3. Consciousness seeks balance between calm and action. Consciousness integrates calm reflection with timely action for balanced progress. Application. Dhriti-born individuals may hesitate to act, waiting for the perfect moment. Consciousness reminds them that action and reflection must coexist. Practice a time-to-act ritual where decisions are made after intentional reflection, but without excessive delay. Set small deadlines for decisions to prevent overthinking. Use affirmations such as, I balance calm reflection with timely action. 4. Consciousness expands through trust and letting go. Consciousness finds freedom by releasing the need for full control and trusting the process. Application. Dhriti individuals may struggle with letting go of control, fearing uncertainty. Consciousness invites them to surrender to the natural flow of life. Practice meditation focused on releasing control and trusting the unknown. Reflect on past situations where surrendering led to unexpected success. Use affirmations such as, I trust the flow of life and welcome new possibilities. Suggested consciousness actions to overcome Dhriti Yoga challenges. 1. Adaptability practice. Once a week, introduce a small but meaningful change to a daily routine to foster adaptability. 2. Proactive planning journal. Write weekly reflections on goals and identify specific steps to prevent stagnation. 3. Time to act exercise. When facing decisions, set a reasonable time frame and commit to action once the time is up. 4. Letting go meditation. Spend 10 minutes visualizing the release of control over a specific worry, replacing it with calm and trust. By aligning with these consciousness-aligned actions, Dhriti-born individuals can transform their steadfast nature into a balanced approach that integrates adaptability, patience, and proactive action. This allows them to lead with resilience, clarity, and trust, navigating life's challenges with both determination and grace. Conscious Astrology Integrating Yoga Shula Yoga. Hi, welcome to Consciousness Podcasts. In this season, we analyze the Hindu Vedic calendar system of Panchanga with respect to consciousness principles. We continue with yoga, the quality aspect, which plays a crucial role in understanding the deeper forces shaping how we navigate life, relationships, and challenges. Today, we explore Shula Yoga. Let us begin. Shula Yoga Overview. What is Shula Yoga? Shula Yoga, meaning spear or thorn, represents intensity, power, and a sharp focus on self-defense and protection. Individuals born under this yoga possess a strong sense of pride and purpose, often rising as protectors of their values and loved ones. They have dynamic personalities and are known for their determination and resilience. However, their confrontational tendencies and sharp emotional reactions may lead to strained relationships, especially when they feel betrayed or unsupported. Personality traits. Shula-born individuals are courageous, dynamic, and self-assured. They thrive in roles where they can showcase their strengths, lead with confidence, and defend their ideals. They are drawn to fields involving law, defense, public service, or entrepreneurship, where their ability to confront challenges head-on serves them well. However, their fierce independence and sensitivity to betrayal can cause emotional pain and lead to feelings of isolation. Positive traits. Strong, determined, and protective. Self-reliant and focused on their goals. Courageous and unafraid to confront adversity. Challenges. Prone to anger and emotional outbursts. May struggle with feelings of betrayal or mistrust. Can become emotionally isolated due to their confrontational nature. Consciousness principles for navigating Shula Yoga. 1. Consciousness expands through emotional resilience. Consciousness finds strength in remaining calm and composed amid emotional turbulence. Application. Shula-born individuals may react strongly when they feel attacked or betrayed. Consciousness invites them to cultivate emotional resilience by responding rather than reacting. Practice mindfulness to pause before responding in emotionally charged situations. Use affirmations such as, I respond with strength and calm. Reflect on how measured responses have led to positive outcomes in the past. 2. Consciousness seeks to lead with courage and compassion. Consciousness integrates strength with compassion, using power to uplift rather than dominate. Application. Shula individuals may be seen as intimidating due to their assertiveness. Consciousness encourages them to lead with both courage and empathy. Practice compassionate communication by seeking to understand before asserting opinions. Engage in reflective conversations to understand others' perspectives. Use affirmations such as I lead with strength and kindness. 3. Consciousness seeks release from mistrust and fear of betrayal. Consciousness grows when individuals release the burden of mistrust and embrace trust in themselves and others. Application. Shula-born individuals may hold on to feelings of betrayal, which can cloud their relationships. Consciousness invites them to practice forgiveness and trust building. Reflect on past experiences where mistrust hindered growth and healing. Practice forgiveness exercises, such as visualizing the release of grudges or resentments. Use affirmations such as I release fear and embrace trust. 4. Consciousness thrives in building connection, not isolation. Consciousness fosters strength through meaningful relationships and connection rather than emotional isolation. Application. Shula individuals may isolate themselves to avoid vulnerability or disappointment. Consciousness reminds them that connection strengthens resilience. Reconnect with supportive friends and family by sharing experiences and seeking emotional support. Engage in activities that foster teamwork and collaboration. Use affirmations such as, I grow stronger through connection, not isolation. Suggested consciousness actions to overcome Shula Yoga challenges. 1. Pause and respond practice. During moments of emotional intensity, pause for 5 deep breaths to regain calm before responding. 2. During discussions, ask yourself, how can I understand this perspective rather than defend my own? 3. Forgiveness ritual. Write down resentments or grievances and perform a symbolic release, such as tearing or burning the paper. 4. Connection challenge. Commit to reaching out to a trusted friend or family member once a week to foster connection and reduce isolation. By aligning with these consciousness-aligned actions, Shula-born individuals can transform their fierce independence into a balanced approach that nurtures both strength and compassion. This allows them to navigate life's challenges with resilience, fostering meaningful relationships and achieving their goals with both courage and grace. Conscious Astrology Integrating Yoga, Sukarma Yoga. Hi, welcome to Consciousness Podcasts. In this season, we analyze the Hindu Vedic calendar system of Panchanga with respect to consciousness principles. We continue with yoga, the quality aspect, which plays a crucial role in understanding the deeper forces shaping how we navigate life, relationships, and challenges. Today, we explore Sukarma Yoga. Let us begin. Sukarma Yoga Overview. What is Sukarma Yoga? Sukarma Yoga, meaning virtuous deeds, represents nobility, generosity, and integrity in action. Individuals born under this yoga are known for their charitable nature and their commitment to doing what is right. They are often respected for their resourcefulness, time management skills, and ability to handle responsibilities gracefully. However, they may struggle with maintaining balance in their motivations, as their good deeds may sometimes be driven by a desire for recognition or future benefits. Personality traits. Sukarma-born individuals are kind-hearted, disciplined, and well-spoken. They excel in leadership roles, business, and philanthropic pursuits due to their strong sense of responsibility and fairness. They have a natural ability to manage time and resources effectively, making them adept at creating impactful solutions. However, they may face challenges in relationships due to perfectionism, and they may also struggle with addiction or escapism as a way to cope with emotional stress. Positive traits. Noble, generous, and resourceful. Highly disciplined and time efficient. Successful in creating structures that benefit others. Challenges. May be overly focused on securing future rewards for their good deeds. Prone to overworking and neglecting personal relationships. Vulnerable to extramarital affairs or addictions when emotional needs are unmet. Consciousness principles for navigating Sukarma Yoga. 1. Consciousness seeks purpose in deeds, not recognition. Consciousness finds joy in contributing meaningfully without seeking validation or rewards. Application. Sukarma-born individuals may feel unfulfilled if their good deeds are not acknowledged. Consciousness invites them to focus on the intrinsic value of their actions rather than external recognition. Reflect on the impact of their deeds rather than the praise received. Use affirmations such as, I act from purpose, not for approval. Engage in silent acts of kindness to nurture humility. 2. Consciousness thrives in integrity and emotional transparency. Consciousness integrates honest communication and emotional authenticity in all interactions. Application. Sukarma individuals may hide their emotional struggles behind their professional success. Consciousness encourages them to be open about their feelings and foster vulnerability in relationships. Practice expressing emotions to trusted loved ones without fear of judgment. Reflect on how honesty strengthens connections rather than appearing weak. Use affirmations such as, my strength lies in my authenticity. 3. Consciousness seeks balance between service and self-care. Consciousness values service but recognizes that sustainable giving requires nurturing oneself. Application. Sukarma-born individuals may overextend themselves in their desire to help others. Consciousness invites them to balance their service with self-care. Schedule regular self-care rituals, such as relaxing walks, meditation, or creative hobbies. Reflect on how maintaining personal well-being enhances their ability to support others. Use affirmations such as, I serve others by first nurturing myself. 4. Consciousness grows through release, not control. Consciousness expands when individuals release the need to control outcomes and trust the flow of life. Application. Sukarma individuals may try to control every detail of their plans to ensure success. Consciousness encourages them to release attachment to specific outcomes and trust the process. Practice letting go meditations to release the need for control. Reflect on past situations where flexibility led to unexpected success. Use affirmations such as, I trust life's unfolding with faith and grace. Suggested consciousness actions to overcome Sukarma Yoga challenges. 1. Silent service practice. Perform one act of kindness weekly without sharing or expecting recognition. 2. Emotional check-in. Set a reminder to pause and assess emotional well-being, journaling feelings honestly to foster self-awareness. 3. Self-care ritual. Dedicate 15 minutes daily to a calming activity that nurtures mental and emotional health. 4. Flexibility exercise. Choose one task where the approach is flexible, allowing for spontaneous adjustments rather than rigid control. By aligning with these consciousness-aligned actions, Sukarma-born individuals can transform their sense of duty and service into a balanced approach that fosters authenticity, self-compassion, and meaningful connections. This allows them to lead with both purpose and humility, creating positive impacts in their lives and communities while nurturing their own well-being. Conscious Astrology, Integrating Yoga, Dhruva Yoga. Hi, welcome to Consciousness Podcasts. In this season, we analyze the Hindu Vedic calendar system of Panchanga with respect to consciousness principles. We continue with yoga, the quality aspect, which plays a crucial role in understanding the deeper forces shaping how we navigate life, relationships, and challenges. Today, we explore Dhruva Yoga. Let us begin. Dhruva Yoga Overview. What is Dhruva Yoga? Dhruva Yoga, meaning constant or unchanging, represents stability, perseverance, and unwavering focus. Individuals born under this yoga possess immense patience, consistency, and determination. They are known for their ability to stay the course even in challenging circumstances, making them reliable leaders and role models. However, their resistance to change and attachment to routine can lead to feelings of stagnation or missed opportunities for growth. Personality traits. Dhruva-born individuals are steady, dependable, and hardworking. They excel in roles that require long-term commitment and persistence, such as education, research, law, and administration. Their patience and dedication often lead to success, albeit slowly and steadily. However, their reluctance to embrace change and their fear of uncertainty can cause them to feel stuck or misunderstood, particularly when life calls for adaptability. Positive traits. Patient, reliable, and consistent. Committed to long-term goals and responsibilities. Resilient and composed in difficult situations. Challenges. Prone to rigidity and resistance to change. May feel stagnant or unfulfilled despite their progress. can become overly cautious, avoiding risks that could lead to growth. Consciousness principles for navigating Dhruva Yoga. 1. Consciousness seeks growth through adaptability. Consciousness thrives when stability is paired with adaptability and openness to new possibilities. Application. Dhruva-born individuals may become so attached to their routines that they resist necessary changes. Consciousness encourages them to see change as an opportunity for evolution rather than a disruption. Reflect on past moments where change led to unexpected growth or success. Use affirmations such as "I remain steady while embracing change." Practice introducing small changes to daily routines to foster adaptability. 2. Consciousness thrives in purposeful persistence, not stagnation. Consciousness values perseverance when it aligns with meaningful progress rather than complacency. Application. Dhruva individuals may confuse patience with passivity, leading to feelings of stagnation. Consciousness invites them to align their efforts with purposeful progress. Revisit long-term goals to ensure they still align with personal priorities and values. Use journaling to identify areas where proactive steps can be taken to break monotony. Use affirmations such as, "I persist with purpose and grow with intention." 3. Consciousness balances stability with curiosity. Consciousness integrates the stability of consistency with the curiosity to explore new ideas and opportunities. Application. Dhruva-born individuals may fear venturing into new experiences that challenge their sense of security. Consciousness reminds them that curiosity leads to enrichment, even within a stable life. Dedicate time to exploring new hobbies, ideas, or perspectives without judgment. Engage in conversations with people who challenge their worldview to expand perspectives. Use affirmations such as, "I remain grounded while exploring new horizons." 4. Consciousness seeks inner strength beyond external predictability. Consciousness finds resilience in internal strength rather than the predictability of external circumstances. Application. Dhruva individuals may rely on external stability to feel secure, which can lead to fear of uncertainty. Consciousness invites them to cultivate inner strength and trust in life's natural flow. Practice grounding exercises, such as mindful breathing or nature walks, to strengthen inner calm. Reflect on how moments of uncertainty were navigated successfully through resilience and trust. Use affirmations such as, "I trust in my inner strength to guide me through life's changes." Suggested consciousness actions to overcome Dhruva Yoga challenges. 1. Adaptability challenge. Choose one aspect of daily life to change each week, e.g., taking a different route, trying a new activity, to foster openness. 2. Purpose alignment journal. Review long-term goals and identify any adjustments needed to align them with current values and priorities. 3. Curiosity practice. Dedicate time to explore a new interest, such as a book or skill, to nurture curiosity alongside stability. 4. Grounding ritual. Spend 10 minutes daily in silence or meditation, focusing on inner calm rather than external predictability. By aligning with these consciousness-aligned actions, Dhruva-born individuals can transform their steadiness into a balanced approach that nurtures both consistency and adaptability. This allows them to pursue their goals with resilience and purpose while embracing life's changes with trust and confidence.